You going to tell me that he's got women in his harem, even had a baby with the mistress, and they're all living happily together, supposedly, sharing the same fucking bed? Give me a fucking break, man. Tell me it ain't the fucking wallet. I don't, you know, you're not going to convince me otherwise, and even he would not convince me otherwise. It's the fucking wallet. Then they act so cocky and such narcissists. Look at me, look at me. No, it's look at my wallet. I'm better than you because I have more money than you. Oh, I can travel. Oh, yeah. I got this woman hanging on my arm. I'm sorry. I wouldn't trade places with him. I would never trade places with him at all. No, not even. I'm happy just where I am and what I'm doing, man. The less complications you can make in your life, the better. I don't pretend to be anybody that I am not. There is no reason to do so. Let me go retire back to the boudoir. Come inside. Come on. Go. Go. Inside. Go. Is Ginger in here? Let's see. Hold on. All right, girls. Listen, I even say goodnight to my girls here. Look. Good night, girls. You get some sleep, okay, babies? You get some sleep? You get some sleep. Yeah, you get some sleep, okay? Okay. I'm gonna shut this light off here. A big party practically going on here. Okay, girls, you get some rest. They're like my kids. I don't even say goodnight to the other kids in here. I say goodnight to my dogs, you know. So let me get back comfortable again here. Well, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes on here. But if you sit back on here and you don't get involved, especially, you could understand, the dynamics on here. And that's why, you got to try sometimes, not to be so thin skinned because, hold on a minute. Oh shit, my audio was turned off. I'm sorry, you didn't get to. Oh my god. I was even reading the comments there. Oh, jeez. Okay. No, I was saying they're not all what they put themselves out to be on YouTube here. They got besides Jim with all his problems. No matter where you go, there you are. And Jim's one of those guys, and so are the others. They're all leading a fucked up life, leading to disaster. They're dropping dead like fucking flies on a hot windowsill. And we know the people out there that have some health problems, drinking problems, and so forth, and what they eat and I don't know. It's outrageous. They're just a stick of dynamite ready to go off at any fucking time. No, I've been on for what is a week now. I don't know what it's been. I was off for about 3 months, something like that. I don't know. I didn't even count. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I think the first week it was a little uncomfortable because I'm so used to doing shows. And 3 months it went by. All I did was just listen to some shows on here. It was a lot better for me. I'm almost thinking if I'm going to be on here at all, just do uploads. How many times have I said that? I get lazy. That's why I do lives. Live streams don't work for people. It really doesn't. Look at 8 Miles from Home and a lot of other shows. They just do uploads and they do fantastic. And every now and then when they do a live, and then they're making tons of money. But as I said, my goal is not necessarily to be monetized. I wouldn't make money if I was anyway. I've been down that road and never made shit. Jim was claiming he made $1,000 last month or something on his show. Whatever. You know what it is? People like to watch other people fuck up. Like Barry was one of the biggest fuck ups on here to date, and well, there's numerous people that have, but he was pretty high at the top of the list. And people just like to watch people making mistakes. They like to watch people shooting themselves in the foot. Boy, Barry did a hell of a lot of that. Fazio, all these people, you know. Well, why do they all gather on a Philippines genre? Why do we got so many fucked up people on here? I don't understand it. Is it like that all over? I mean, it must be. But people like Jim, don't let him kid you. He loves the Philippines. He used to boast about it quite a bit because now his wife, there's friction, and he knows he's got a lot of shit against him. Court thing against him for assault. Assault in the Philippines, man, you can get some years on that in this country. He says, "Oh, it's just an assault charge." He says, "Assault." Well, assault will definitely get you permanently blacklisted in this country, especially from a foreigner to a Filipina assault. Oh, hell yeah. He doesn't, I just don't think he takes things seriously. He's his own fuck up. And usually people who drink, they get rowdy when they drink, especially the binge drinkers. He's a binge drinker. Oh, I haven't drank in how many months? He's drunk all the time. His wife, well, actually, in many ways he did, but he assaulted a Filipina. They got into some hassle near his house. I don't know. And they threw a bottle. Supposedly it hit his kid in the head. He had to go some surgery. And one thing built up into another. He's afraid to go back to his own house there because it's the neighbors there. They would attack him and kill him if he came back there. That's why he's not there. And now that, his wife has exposed him with a piece of shit that he is, drunkard and, aggressive and so forth. And of course, he didn't attend the rest of the courts. That's why he's not going back to the Philippines. He loves the Philippines. He used to talk a lot of stuff about it. He liked an area in Mactan somewhere. He really talking about that a lot, you know. And now he's just all he's done is putting down the Philippines. He's boasting up Cambodia. I'm sure Cambodia has some nice places and all that. I won't knock Cambodia, but he won't stay there very long because he's too much in people's faces. And do you see his behavior on camera when he had that, I don't know what she is, 16-year-old girl he's been hanging around with? Man, he must have been drinking that night, but That chick, even if he's paying for her company, I don't think she really wants to be around him that much, unless the money he's giving her is that good. Because he was cursing away like a son of a gun the other night, every other word, and he was aggressive, and she's sitting there looking at him with this really weird face. Then she said, "Okay, stop," or something. She told him something like that. Yeah, well, she certainly looks like. He claims that she's 30 years old, but there's no freaking way. Traveling with care. What's this here? Traveling with care. I spoke with the lady that you invested with. She claims that you never invested 2 million. What is it of your business, and who the fuck are you, and how would you know? And it wasn't my business anyway. No, it wasn't. With interest, it's 2.5. So I'll correct you on that. You don't even know who the fucking lady is. So how the fuck would you come on here and make such a lame statement? No, she's not 30, man. Her demeanor, her emotional behavior, the way she talks, like a giddy little kid, she's got to be about 16 years old. Is it getting that desperate for Jim? See, Jim can never keep a woman. He can never keep a woman. The big battle is between Jim and Ricky, not me. I'm just making my observations. That's all, and making light of the fact that we got so many people that come out here and they fuck up in so many ways. They think they could get away with this and get away with that, and it's not always true. They always wind up in some bad position along the way. It's just a matter of time. Come on, sit down and think how many people have died, YouTubers that you know of, and the number of these YouTubers that did pass away. What was the percentage of them being kind of troublemakers? What was the percentage of them being trolls? What was the percentage of them being bullshit artists? Think about it. What is the percentage of them being some vile pieces of shit? Yeah, Doc M's a big troll. Yeah, yeah. I think he's a Barry supporter too. Well, yeah, yeah. He's 54. Looks like he's 54, going on 66 or 67. The roids, man, and the drinking will dry you up, man. It tears you apart. It absolutely tears you apart. Yeah, he's jacked, but his muscles don't even look right. I mean, uh, his aged skin makes his muscles very secondary to the actual muscle, and he got it by steroids. And as I said earlier in the show, I'd understand if he did it naturally, I'd be impressed. I'm not impressed though. He likes to take his shirt off. He's in love with himself. That's the only positive thing he has going on in his life is working out. It's all he talks about. If I'm going to live anywhere, there has to be a gym. I mean, what good is it if nobody's going to look at your muscles except a potential girlfriend, which he finds hard to get? He belongs in front of a mirror. That's what he does. I can't figure out that Sim guy, pro-life travel with his deal. Oh God, man. No, I was just talking about him coincidentally. That he's an accident waiting to happen. His girlfriend seems very nice. She seems bubbly. She seems to really like him a lot. He wrecked his truck that he bought because he had that selfie stick out the window all the time. Wasn't paying attention to his driving. Now imagine if his girlfriend and kid was in there. She goes out and buys another vehicle, a small car. He's doing the same thing, dude. If he cares about his family, and look, there's a time to vlog and there's a time not to vlog. Do you have to vlog when you're driving? Well, okay, I could see even having the camera itself in the car, put it on a stand or something. He's over there trying to drive with his left arm, holding his camera on a selfie stick that's extended. As I said, I don't understand the people on here. Yeah, he raps all these women in an innocent way, and he's too much in people's faces. And these people are conservative out here, Philippines, Thailand, whatever. So I think a lot of foreigners are just too much in people's faces, really. They don't want a camera shoved in their face. They don't like the direct approach and walking up to him very abruptly and start asking all these questions and forcing him on camera and shit like that. Well, Scotty is kind of interesting. I just really started. I mean, I knew about him, but he's a good vlogger. But this Babe Baroni shit, his emotional level is that of a fucking prepubescent or something. Babe Baroonies. He has no respect for Filipinos at all. You don't call chicks Babe Baroonies unless you're on a teenage level in your fucking mind. He's got the goofiest looking hair that kind of leans toward one side. And he's young enough that I don't think he needs to color his hair, but he does. He does. And I don't know the whole purpose of him. And by the way, what is he living on? He's living on his income from the show? What kind of business was he in before he moved when he moved out to Southeast Asia? I don't, what did he do for a living? I'd be curious to know what he did for a living. Scotty. Then he talks in third person or second person. You know, he'll say, "Oh, Scotty boy." He's talking about himself. I told you, people got some real issues on here, man. Big Birch says Jim has the same muscle as the wrestler Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. I don't know who that is. I don't really follow wrestlers. I'm more into UFC. Well, if you want to take steroids, you might reach your goal of building up some muscle, but if you can't do it the natural way, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. Some people work really hard to get muscle together without roids. And those are the people that I admire that put the hard work in without chemistry. Hello, Mikey J. Now everybody came on. I tried to do a few shows earlier. Hardly anybody showed up. I said, fuck, people gave up on me or something. I said, okay. I said, fuck. I said, maybe I should just, drop the phone on YouTube. I got off for 3 months and maybe I should have left it at that, really. I don't get a lot of viewers on here. I don't put myself out there, really. But I do got to get to sleep here. And my girlfriend's trying to sleep. So let me try to get some rest. I said I've been tired all day for some reason. I don't know why. I was just really out of it today. Yeah, listen to me. And I got to get some snooze. I've been kind of working hard around the house the past few days, that's for sure. I'm just keeping busier and busier. Keep the old blood moving and all that stuff. Then, between storms and hurricanes and all this shit going on, and a lot of other shit, it takes a lot out of you. We didn't get hit really hard with the storm or nothing here, but it was tiring just listening to all the shit going on with that storm, and taking a lot of energy out of me just watching these horrible videos of all the flooding and everything. I almost thought they were AI, but no, 75% of them were the real McCoy, man. The flooding, people getting killed, the animals, the pigs. Pretty crazy shit in the Philippines, yeah. They changed that slogan of, it's more fun to the Philippines. I forgot what they changed it to. They changed it to something else for tourism. No, we've just had a couple of them in a row. A couple in a row. Not to mention before that, 6.9 earthquake. Is that action for you? Because the bill says you know why. Do I not know why what? Speak while you can before I sign off here. They are clearly the way. They're clearing the way for smart cities. How are they doing that? People don't know how to react to these storms, but what can you do when you're getting so flooded out? Well, the first thing I would advise is don't live close to a tributary or a river or something. That might be a good thing to do. If you've experienced it before, it might be time to think differently as to where you should live and not live in a valley, not live between two mountain ranges because that creates a funnel of water, you know, live more uphill and don't be right near the ocean. I mean, like right on it either. That's another thing. So, yeah, YouTube has gotten really more fucked up than ever, man. Yeah, it is high risk, actually. I told you I'm only an 8-minute walk from the ocean. If we had a badass tsunami, man, yeah, I might be in trouble. Um, I might be. And, they hit here too, Yolanda hit Bantayan bad, and Odette did a number around here too, a bit. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, the whole damn Philippines, it's on a freaking, fault line, ring of fire, man. Why do I get only one thumbs up? You people seem to like listening to me, but you don't give me a thumbs up. That's how I know that if I stayed on here and I built up subscribers and I got monetized, it wouldn't be worth it. Scumbags are making money left and right, but I put on a good show all the time. Highly topical, multi topical, even in one show. And I'm lucky to even get a thumbs up. Nevertheless, to be making any money from super chats or anything when I was monetized. Well, I don't know. Some people have it, some people don't. As I said, I don't concentrate on all the drama. I talk a little about YouTubers, current events, what's going on with them, how crazy it is. But no, it's not a drama show. I talk about everything under the sun on here, which should be refreshing to some people. That's all you hear now is so much negative on YouTube. Well, it's always been that way, but I think it's more so now. Okay, I gotta go. Thanks for the 15 people who did show up tonight. I don't know if y'all be on in early morning when I get up. We'll see. I know a lot of you. I got most of my audience. I think 65% of anybody who comes on my show, according to my analytics, don't even live in the Philippines. So there you go. I don't know how to build up the channel if I wanted to. I don't. As I said, I can't put skimpy clad women on here. I'm not going to that. I'm not, going to be a talk queen, like what's her fat face, Philippine antics. Oh, here's a funny thing too. Immigration now is supposed to be coming down on people that get into this country with who has some substantial records in the country they came from, and she certainly does. And I don't even understand how she got in this country in the first place. You know, she done some pretty radical things, and they don't see this. I mean, they really don't see this. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Like right now. Appreciate you all showing up. We had a little bit of dialogue. I did a show earlier, hardly no dialogue whatsoever. I said, what the fuck am I doing any shows for if it can't be any dialogue? And I know you guys like to talk about other people on here, but you know what? Sometimes I don't blame you because how many times can you talk about the cost of living on here? You know, or how to pick up baberonis, and we just got all the creeps moving in here. These are the desperados that came to the Philippines that just couldn't make it on the mainland America. They just couldn't cut it. You know, never let's get a woman 20 to 50 years younger than them. It's not going to happen for them in their country. That's why they all came here. They're not studs. They're far from being studs. They're just taking advantage of a situation. They throw some money in front of a Filipino. Yeah, they got a date. Look at Ricky, how fucked up he is. He got desperate enough to be fucking around with a ladyboy. That was all on camera. They're all fucked up. Every single one of them is fucked up. I gotta go, or else I'm never going to get off here. Appreciate you listening, guys. Catch you on the next show, if any. Thanks a lot. Think about what I said. People are just really fucked up on here. And here, accident waiting to happen. It's going to be that guy, Slim, the Estonian guy. It's too bad. He's got a really nice girlfriend. She's very sweet. And a baby. And some people don't learn. In fact, I don't see many people doing what he does. Sticking a selfie stick out the window of the car? Usually people have like a little stand or something in their car. Whenever they turn it on, either toward or toward themselves. He's got his whole left arm out the fucking window with this extended stick. Like, what the fuck? Sick fucking people, man.
All right, there you go. Another edition of Frank the Pedo, Volume 4. He sure is a jolly little fella. Yeah, he is, Steve. Yeah, he is. All right. Well, past few days he's really been on this guy Jim. I did a little research and took a look at Jim's channel, and I guess Jim is Jim, and I ain't got nothing to say about Jim, but Frank sure does. And the thing that surprises me most is why on earth does anybody think that Frank is that important that they'd care whether what he thinks of them or not? This is a guy who's had a what 8-year-old boy sit on his lap and sing about another man's penis. This is a guy who stood in the streets of Philippines and yelled at a little kid, "Get a job." This is a guy who has spent all his money on court cases. This is a guy who's been ripped off 2.5 million pesos by his live-in married girlfriend. This is a guy that has taken in his girlfriend's husband's children and supports them. This is the guy that's the biggest fucking cuck that has walked the face of the Philippine genre. Okay. This is the guy that is hooked on Lexapro, benzodiazepine, Benadryl to sleep. Eh? Who gives a fuck what that guy thinks? Nobody. Nobody on this fucking earth. This is the guy that's lamenting about I can't, get it going. I can't get money, I really can't get my YouTube channel off the town ground. Well, dude, if you want to get your YouTube channel off the ground, go buy some decent equipment, number one. Number two, quit ragging on fucking people. Number three, do some real vlogging. Number four, go to YouTube Studio and start fucking reading on how to do it. They tell you step by step how to do it. Right? All you got to do is read and follow the directions. Fucking Corky Romano can do that. Okay? Yeah, 400K on cases, ET. 400 fucking K on cases. All right? And this guy's out there calling other people crazy, fucked up, messed up. Hey, he's just as bad. Right? He's just as bad. Shit. I've had my channel since 2018. I was in YouTube Studio yesterday, and it said I was eligible to apply for monetization. I clicked one button, and woohoo, look at that. I'm fucking monetized. Okay? I can do super chat. I can do, members only videos. And I started reading through what you have to do. And they give you tips on top of it. A fucking mental moron could do it. It's so simple. Right? But here is his biggest problem. He has never accomplished anything. He doesn't have a bachelor's degree. He went to college for years and floundered, so he didn't have to go to Vietnam. All right. He couldn't, if he stayed at his job at the Parks and Recreation, he could have collected a pension, but he couldn't stay there. He couldn't do it. He didn't want to work. That is his biggest problem. This guy is so fucking lazy. He wants everything to come to him. No, you have to get off. If you want something in life, you have to get off your ass and go get it. Because nobody's going to fucking give it to you. Think about the other things he could have brought with 400K. A good generator, a new iPhone, etc. But Barry was more important. Exactly, Dr. Stiffs a lot. That is correct. Wait a minute. We all agreed that he was a founding member of the Hall of Fame. That's an accomplishment, right? Yeah, I mean, if you want that accomplishment on your record, Big A, yeah, be my fucking guest. His inability to get along with anyone, his toxic personality was also probably a huge factor in him being unable to hold a job. Exactly, Kling is a king. I mean, dude, dude, I had one job in my lifetime that I loved the best, and that's when I was in the United States Navy. Okay. For 20 years, I did not have to work because I loved that job. I went places, I did things. I was always being sent to a school for this or that. I was always in a different country. Uh, every few years, I'd get a new command. It was the most exciting job I ever had. Do I recommend it for others? No, because others are not like me. Okay, you got to find what you love. Okay, and that's what I did. I found what I love, and lo and behold, I walked out of the Navy with 50% of my check and all kinds of benefits. You know, simple, right? There's a lot of you guys here that are retired. You got pensions, you got benefits. I'm happy for you. Okay? This guy is never happy for anybody. If somebody's doing good, he's unhappy. Frank's still begging from Big E Fisher, but as said, 250K is chicken feed, and e-begging and YouTube is small money. Dude, like I said before, I'll say it again, especially now that Big E is here in the live chat. Big E and Mick Fisher do not owe Frank anything. Frank is not entitled to their money. Right? If you have to rely on another man for money, you got a big fucking problem. You got a huge fucking problem. Right? Just like Barry's got a huge problem. He's been in jail for 928 days, 16 hours, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, excuse me. And dude, he's not getting out of there. It's not happening because he's not paying his shit off. You want to get out of there? You got to pay your shit off. You want to get out of the Philippine justice system? You pay, you fucking pay. And you fucking pay. And he's gonna have to pay through the fucking nose. Okay? And Biggie and Mick Fisher don't owe Barry. They don't owe Frank. They don't owe anybody. Biggie and Mick Fisher have their own families to take care of. Okay? And this high roader shit and trying to bait them into paying off Barry's fines and shit. He just lost 2.5 million pesos. And he's more concerned with trying to recoup 250,000 pesos. What's wrong with that picture? What's wrong with that picture? Okay? There's a lot wrong with that picture. That is just fucking more mental moron shit. Maybe Frank will get $2,000 from Trump. Dude, and I'm listening to him tonight. And as he gets into the bedroom, you know the Benadryl and the benzodiazepine is kicking in. You could hear it in his voice. All right. Finally, he just faded and shut the shit off, you know. And so here you got a guy that's hooked on prescription medication. He can't be nice to anybody. He doesn't even know how to be nice to anybody. All right. You can hear Gilda and the kids in the background having a great time. And where is he? He's in the bedroom fucking vlogging. Why would I hand over 5K to that moron and out of my kid's pockets? He is a big time moron. Exactly. I mean, dude, I didn't even think of that, Biggie. I didn't even think of that one either. I mean, yeah, you have kids. You, dude, Kids cost money. Okay. Every few months, you're buying new clothes, schooling, feeding them, taking them places. Kids cost money. Eh? It's not easy. It's not easy. Uh, you have to pay on two fronts when you have children. You have to put your money up. You have to put a roof over their heads. You have to clothe and feed them. And the second front, you have to love them. You have to take care of them. You have to teach them. Eh? Dude, this mental moron doesn't even interact with Gilda's and Jimmy's kids. You know, doesn't even, he can't. This mental moron has been in Philippines for what, 8, 9 years? Doesn't even speak a lick of Tagalog. International school, uh, braces, traveling, visa runs. Try it with 7 people and then say, "Oh, let's play let's let's pay the bedroom blogger." No way. Exactly. Exactly. And dude, you can even Biggie, you can even push all that to the side and just say, and I could just easily say, he's not entitled to your money. And the reason why I say that, because when he comes out and talks about it, you could tell he feels entitled to your money, Mick Fisher's money. All right. And why does he feel entitled to your money? Because he has no fucking money. He's been living under the liberal premise his whole life where the government is supposed to take care of him. No, no. See, this is why I am glad that we have the president we have today. He's not going to take shit. He's getting these scumbags off the food stamp rolls who don't belong. He's getting these scumbags off the SSDI rolls who don't belong. Right? And then I heard him talking about politics. My fucking God, what a cringe. What a fucking mess. The last thing you should really be talking about on YouTube is fucking politics. I'm not saying don't do it, but dude, one thing I know, when you start getting deep into politics on YouTube, it it can tend to be a problem. Okay? I've seen some good political channels out there, and I've seen some really bad political channels out there. Okay? And you could take, depending on your political views, you could take a lot of harassment. Okay? He assumes Jim is living off his mother's money. Uh, Personally, I wouldn't give two shits if Jim was living off his mother's money. I bet Frank isn't even registered to vote. Exactly, Mike Dowdy. Uh, in one of the other volumes that I did on Frank the pedo, he come right out and said he didn't vote. And far as I'm concerned, if you don't vote, I don't want to hear any complaints come out of your mouth. If you have no skin in the game, as I always say, shut the fuck up. Okay? And this guy has no skin in the game on anything. Nothing. Nada. Right? He's just a wandering waif out there. That's all he is. And frankly, I'm sick of his ass. I enjoyed the 3 months he was gone. I barely looked at YouTube. There's only a few channels that I look at. I like to look at Flying Circus's channel. He makes me laugh with his parodies. he just fucking makes me laugh. I just fucking roll with some of the shit that he does. He makes a lot of negative assumptions about others without basis because he needs to bring them down to his level in his mind to feel better. Kling is king. Yeah, I have to agree with you 100%. Okay. 100%. Frank has been a ward of the state for 50 years. Exactly. Right? And there's a lot of bloggers out there that have been a ward of the state for a long time. Barry's one of them. Barry's been a ward of the state since the day he was fucking born. All right? That's all he knows is how to beg for money and scam people. All right? And there's another thing with Barry. There's people out there saying, well, Barry served enough time. No, Barry didn't. Okay. Here's what I say about that. I don't care either way. But this is my message about it. Barry's not getting out of there until he fucking pays. The Philippines immigration system will have their pound of flesh one way or another. Right? And if Barry is saving his SSDI money up and he hasn't paid any of his, overstay fees, which were negotiated down, uh, or any of his fines, he's not getting out of there. Let's see. I also know that Mick has paid more in taxes every year than the bedroom blogger ever made in 1 year. Exactly. You know, dude, I just got my tax bill for the house. And it's certainly a lot more than fucking Frank's Social Security check. You know, and here's the most insulting part of it all. This is what, excuse me, guys. This is what I can't stand the most. Is this guy will sit on foreign soil and insult America. Okay? He will insult people that served in the armed forces. This is the kind of shit this guy does. Okay? And I'm like, wow, how can you do that to your own country? Don't you have any respect for your country or yourself? Again, this is another way he makes himself look like a mental fucking moron. All right? If you don't like America, fine. But if you're an American citizen, don't stand on foreign soil and insult my fucking country. Because the way I look at it, you ain't nothing but a non tax paying fucking burden to America who's holding an American passport. Simple as that. And he has a lot of questions to answer for when immigration takes him in. Because a lot of the immigration laws have changed. Right? You cannot just keep renewing your tourist visa. Okay? Those days are fucking over. Okay? For these coming here. Dude, they're going to say, hey, you got to leave. The days of you sitting there 3 years on a tourist visa are over. Right? And you better get used to it. Better get used to it. And dude, this guy has bought a house on tourist visa. Not supposed to be doing that shit. He says his name's on the fucking paperwork. I'm proud that we have the most entertaining president ever. Dude, the guy makes me laugh. He trolls the shit out of the fucking Democrats. It's fucking hilarious how he trolls them. Yeah. And so, you know, I got a lot of people in live chat that pay their taxes, do the right thing every day, and they come here for the fellowship. And I guess you guys enjoy this. But guys, I can't do it all the time because it's not good for my mental health listening to him for 3 or 4 hours. And so, this guy, he really should shut his shit down. He should go away and just sit in his compound and wait to die. That's what he should do. He should leave people alone because anybody he comes in contact with, he has a problem with. Right? And I've seen this kind of guy before. Um, Totally self absorbed, uh, top tier narcissistic behavior. I- I've seen it before, and it's ugly. He just can't get along with anybody. I mean, dude, Mick Fisher went there, tried to help him out, tried to be nice to him. Mick Fisher is one of the nicest guys you'll ever fucking meet. Just salt of the earth person, easy to get along with. Uh, it, Guy is made of common sense, easy to have a conversation with, and Frank couldn't even get along with him. Frank tried to use and abuse him. Frank could be legally married and have a resident visa, but he chose Barry. Yeah, he did. He did. And dude, here's the most terrible part of all. Right? Is that like whatever insult Barry spewed, Barry called him a pedophile. And the terrible part about it, it's fucking true. He is a pedophile. Eh? And Barry told the truth. As much as I can't stand Barry, Barry told the truth. My kids love Mick. Look at him as an uncle. Yeah, I know. Mick has told me, he said the kids love to hang on him. They want to go swimming with him, you know? And, you know, one thing I've learned in life, I've been all over the world. And especially when I was with the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, we used to do uh, outreach projects, whatever country we went to. Like one time we went to Barbados and we cleaned up and painted an orphanage. And the kids were fantastic, you know, and we brought food and gifts for the kids. And it was just, I mean, we worked hard all day painting out the rooms, uh, cleaning stuff up, getting stuff working again. And the reason why a lot of us did this, because it was good for our record. And, you know, whenever you make rank, that's one of the things that they consider. Well, have you got any outreach programs? Have you done any community service? And it's good for your record. And you actually learn a lot more about the country you're in when you do these kind of things. Right? And the kids were so great, man. We had a great time, you know. And I remember after it was all over, me and my bros, we went down to the beach. We went swimming to get the paint off us. And it was a great time. I got sunburned like a motherfucker, but it was a great time, man. Barbados was a nice little island. We got a 4-day Liberty Port call there after we were finished with our workups, and we just all had a great time. And we did the outreach programs and everything else. And I never hear this guy talk about anything like that. I mean, yeah, he'll throw food in the middle of a street for a dog. Big whoop. And Philippine dogs, Ascals, they don't even want, regular dog food. They want rice. Hey, welcome in, Chase and Tail. And happy Veterans Day to you. Yes, we have Veterans Day coming up, guys. And, you know, and for all you guys out there saying thank you for your service, I want to say you're welcome and you are worth it. Okay. And, you know, Frank, what has he done with his life? Nada. Zilch. Zippo. Buckus. Nothing. Nothing. His whole life, all he's ever done is fucking complain, piss, moan, groan, and yell, "Where's mine?" You know? I have people in my live chat here who worked all their life, climbed and clawed up the ladder. I have great respect for you guys, right? And dude, just once, I'd like to see him do a live show without insulting somebody. I'd just like to see one live show where he doesn't insult somebody. Because this guy does a live show. What does he do? He insults a plethora of people. My kids, April and I, got along great with Mick, E.T., Doug Williams, Nico. We are all thankful. Hey, you guys are all great people. You guys are all good people, man. From Doug to E.T. to Nico, uh, Mick Fisher, yourself, Big E. Hey, and all these people I know. Do I have disagreements with them? Do I agree with everything they say? No, I don't. But my God, I don't need to insult them. I don't need to put them on blast. Not everybody's going to agree on everything 100% of the fucking time. And see, that's your little secret, Frank. That's how you keep a friend. Even though you disagree with that person, you respect the disagreement, Frank, and you move on. And lo and behold, everything's going to be okay. You're going to keep friends. You're going to keep relationships. Insults are his oxygen, Popeye. Doctor sniffs a lot. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. And I don't think he'll ever change his narcissistic behavior, to tell you the truth. I love it when Frank says other vloggers are too negative. Yeah, yeah, that's a real special kind of statement right there. Oh, man. But guys, I want to thank you all for coming in tonight. And it's my morning. And make sure you all let know Frank that I'm monetized. I want to hear him piss and moan about it. And I want to thank Chase and Tail, E.T., Big E, Dr. Sniffs a lot, Mike Dowdy, Kling is King, Steve 25901. Who else we got in here? My God, we got a lot of friggin' people in here. Lot of friggin' people. Dr. Sniffs a lot. Let me back up here, Mike Dowdy. But you guys, I really enjoy your company. And we'll see if he goes live tomorrow morning, Philippine times at ODAC 30 as usual. And we'll see what Mr. Benzo Man has to say. But other than that, guys, you have a good day, you have a good night, and I'll catch up with you. And don't do anything that I wouldn't do. This is Popeye One, man. I'm friggin' out of here.